Do you like keeping all 5 fingers? I sure do. I'm going to evaluate a new set of fillet gloves that'll protect these dainty digits right now. Welcome back! If you're new to the channel, we cover kayak modifications, spin, and fly fishing. So poke that subscribe button so you don't miss anything. Just got back in from a great fishing trip. Got a nice red here that I've got to fillet, and I recommend Captain Vince Russo's video on the details of how to do the fillet. But the key part of it is to have sharp knives. And all my knives are really sharp, which makes me worry about my little poor fingers. I've been using this old fillet glove for the last, 12 years, so I figured it's time to get a new one, and so I bought this one off GearBest. And I was fascinated by the idiot on the picture. Check that out. Can you imagine testing a glove by taking a whack with a knife? But, how do you know if this thing's any good if you don't take a whack with a knife? Well, I'm smart. I'm going to call for volunteers. I've got 2 volunteers right here, and let's see which one of those wants to get stuffed up in here and undergo the sharp knife test. Okay, man, which one of you 2 wants to volunteer? Please, take me, take me. Okay, here's the guy. So we'll stuff this volunteer, oh no, into here. This is a really sharp knife. Let's see if it cuts through. Yep. Well, I'd call these gloves a fail. But wait, isn't this the back side? Wouldn't you expect it to cut through here? Well, not me. I want protection all the way around. But just to be fair, let's check out the other side. Are you willing to volunteer again? Yes, I'll do it. Okay, let's stick him in. See, it's got the grippers on this side. And now for the accidental cut. Oh no! So, these things are a total fail. I wouldn't want these things. They're no better than just cloth gloves. Avoid these things at all costs. They don't really work. So how do these compare with my current gloves? Well, let's just take a whack. I am cutting as hard as I was on the other ones. You can see how it bends in. Not a cut. Stick with these. I got these at Bass Pro Shops, probably in 2004. They stink, but they work. I need to get a new pair. But while we're here, let's talk about how I set up to do fillets. The first thing you do before you fillet anything is you clean off all your gear. I hose off my kayak. And now I've set up my workstation. I got my redfish here. I've got my knives. I've got the pouches I'm going to put the fillets in. And what I use is I took Vince Russo's advice and I got one of these knives, and they're wonderful for filleting. I use this one for skinning, and I use a pair of chicken scissors to cut through the big hard bones that are in this redfish. And the first thing I do is I use one of these sharpeners to put a nice edge on my 2 knives. And with that, I'm kind of ready to go. What I've got here is the Bass Pro Shops fillet table. It came with a faucet, but you got to hook up the hose to that faucet every time, so that's a pain in the butt. So I just put it underneath, and then I can hose away and put it right here when I don't need it anymore. So that's my setup. Throwing these out. Do you have a good recommendation for a fillet glove that won't slice open? Oh, geez, throw in the comments below, because I like my fingers.